All right, welcome back. It's time for us to have a conversation on entertainment segment. And Kwame Dadzie and Kwame Dadzie have joined us in the studio. Hi, Kwame Dadzies.
No, we're not going to take that.
Oh, it's Kwame Sapos?
Yes.
Oh, okay, Kwame Sapos.
No,
okay.
I am Kwame.
I didn't hear you. You said Kwame Dadzie and Kwame Dadzie.
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah.
So Kwame Dadzie and Kwame Dadzie.
Yeah.
This man.
Yeah, what's up?
We good? Yeah.
Charlie, today we came here very...
what's with the laptop?
For the first time, only look at the
first
laptop.
time, because, Charlie, we need to stop these things. So
Really?
You, Kwame, you
What's going on with the laptop?
Set the ball rolling so that I can go ahead.
I think he's not happy with something that Sarkodie said.
Oh, really?
In an interview with a British DJ called DJ Semtex.
Okay.
In an interview where Sarkodie was saying that he broke through the social media, he came out, or he blew through social media.
That story.
And that when he started music, high life had dominated the system, and it was difficult for him to penetrate.
Yeah.
And so he's one of the people that came through social media era. Mainstream radio wasn't ready to play his songs. And that is why Olele is here with this laptop. I don't know what he's going to do.
Olele, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should watch the video first.
Yes, the video is set
we'll try and see.
So we'll take a look at what Sarkodie said, and then we'll come back and continue our conversation.
I was speaking to a very dope UK rap legend this week, and we were tracing, cause the UK rap, it's clear. Like now, it's like mainstream music now. It's the dominant sound in the UK right now, and it's getting bigger by the day, right? So we was talking, and I was tracing it back to why it changed all of a sudden, and we kind of realized it wasn't down to DJs or radio DJs. It wasn't down to one specific thing, other than the internet and how it's evolved, like the concepts of streaming. And it's not one particular streaming platform. I just think the advent of streaming really benefited UK rap, because for years labels were like, oh, it's never going to sell, the fans only bootleg stuff. Yeah. But now it's like you can't escape the metrics. The metrics say what it is, So with that being said, is that the same for yourself and for African rap?
Yes. I can relate to that because I came through social media. Mainstream radio in Ghana wasn't ready to play any of my records because it didn't make sense. You were just rapping on some beats that they didn't term as commercial. And at that point, when I was coming, was the toughest time because it was dominated by high life. High life is like our authentic Ghanaian sound, right? So, and it's super commercial here in Ghana. When you do that, people are going to love it. And I was a rapper, so I was coming in hard doing hip hop beats, but as you said, because I had an avenue to like get directly to the people so that the masses can choose what they want to listen to. Because you can't say people don't want this until you give it to them. And as you said, because it was controlled, the people were used to listening to what was presented to them. And then the internet came in, and the people like myself and all these new artists started putting out music, and then people had alternative, and you got to realize that even old people can listen to rap. So yes, that's the same thing that I did when I was coming. So I can see that Afrobeat and everything else dominating now because of the internet. You can't really control it,
All right. So you heard the words of Sarkodie. Sarkodie says he came through social media. Now, I would like to say my response to that in Tree, but I'm going to do it in English. Hogwash. Okay. Kwame Dadzie in a second.
We don't have much time. I'll try to just crump everything in. Okay. So we're going to start from when Sarkodie broke out mainstream, right?
Okay.
And this was in 2008. In 2008, he came to meet the likes of Ochame Kwame, Kese, Edem. These guys were doing their stuff.
Yep.
Now, Sarkodie became a household name when he did that feature on Edem Shoot the Craze, where he did that. That was the first time most Ghanaians heard him. You heard him proper,
voice.
like proper. Even though he was doing Kazahari, and all those things back in the day. In that same year, 2008, he had songs like Debbie, which Kinokra produced. Okay. He had a song like with Guru. What do you call it? I've forgotten the name.
Jana
Beshe. Yes. So these were songs that people knew Sarkodie by. Now, in 2008, apps like Facebook, Twitter, and all those things were there, but Ghanaians hadn't gotten on that side yet.
No.
The data suggests that in 2009 was when Ghanaians started using like apps like Facebook.
Yes.
And even that was the only app Ghanaians were
Yes.
using. WhatsApp was introduced in 2009.
Interestingly, there's actually a song in which Sarkodie actually says that
Also, Michelle said,
no.
Not to
So he
So he himself he admits
in
that
the song,
in the song
he actually
admits
sings that
at the
Mr.
time,
Tieno.
and that's
Libya
symbolic
say.
of saying that at the time I started, social media wasn't the talk
Yes.
of the town. Basically, you came through the ranks.
Yes.
Now, before Sarkodie became Sarkodie, he was nominated in a number of award schemes, especially one of them being the VGMAs in 2010, because at the time, 2009, he dropped Mache.
Okay.
Mache has songs like Boga, Push, Layaway, and all the stuff. At that time, Ghanaians were not in social media heavy.
No.
Now, he also said that when he came into the system, High Life was dominating the airwaves.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell Sarkodie that in 2008,
Yeah,
the Artist of the Year was called Kessie.
Yes.
Artist of the Year was called Kessie. He didn't just win Artist of the Year, he won 4 other awards on that night. In 2009, Artist of the Year was Ochame Kwame. Before Sarkodie, when he came to the scene, won Artist of the Year.
And the genre was what?
It was rap.
Okay.
Now let me tell you the awards he won 2010. He was the first Ghanaian artist to win Discovery of the Year or Best New Artist of the Year and Artist of the Year as a rapper.
Okay.
So 2010 he won Artist of the Year, Discovery of the Year, Ghana Hip Hop Artist of the Year, and Album of the Year, Ghana Best Rapper of the Year.
And all this time, social media was not a big thing.
It wasn't
in
a
Ghana
big thing
yet.
at the time.
Yet.
Now it will interest you to know that when you show you the stats, I don't know if it's on the screen now. At the time when Sarkodie came in and started using, let's say Sarkodie started using social media. That's why I keep saying that Sarkodie should have said that indeed, even though he came into the system in social media, social media gave him a boost.
Yes.
And
that would have been
better.
We would have had a show on this
because
today.
Sarkodie's song "Baby" right was off the same Mache album in 2009. The time Sarkodie uploaded the video of "Baby"
so is this what we have on the screen?
Yeah. So this is social media stats in Ghana. This is dating back as 2009. The first time you see Ghanaians accessing an app like Facebook on social media was April 2009. That's the blue line you see there.
Yes.
The light blue is Twitter. Ghanaians started using Twitter in April 2009, but only 5.53% of users who had access. Now the line you see, the thick red line you see there is YouTube. Ghanaians didn't start using YouTube as much as they are using now until November 2009. Their highest they used YouTube was in March 2012, and that was the same year Sarkodie uploaded the "Baby" video with Moogis. So at that time, it tells us that Ghanaians were now getting a hold of what this social media craze is, and you see the Facebook line going as well. So if you are going by standard of what social media is, the ecosystem of social media, this is what I mean. It's a lot, and I'm not going to like. There's a lot I can say.
It's very obvious.
It's there. So Sarkodie shouldn't try and throw dust into our eyes, because those who know him from the Kasahari level know where it's coming from. The time of Hammer days and everything. There was nothing like social media. These were DJs who were playing your song all over the place.
So basically, that's the point. DJs have played and played and played over a good thousands of times. Played Sarkodie's
So he didn't come through social media.
So he did not come through.
And let me blow your mind.
Yeah.
When Sarkodie came to visit, when he dropped his album, his distribution was not even digital at the time. It was CD. We were still in the CD era.
Okay, that's a while
The
back.
only digital distribution at the time was iTunes Store. There was no Apple Music. So that means if you have to go and buy an album or for Sarkodie, you have to buy iTunes Store. So at that time, Ghanaians hadn't even caught on that thing yet. Even though at the time, only 5% of the total population in terms of internet penetration of Ghanaians were using the internet. Only these amounts of people had access to social media.
Fantastic.
So the stats are there.
Yeah, Kweku, I think that Sarkodie should come out to apologize to the whole world, or to correct the mistake. Maybe it was a slip or something.
How can it be a slip?
Because you cannot lie
but
to
he
the
did
whole
this in
world.
Nigeria. He did a similar thing in Nigeria, talking about the fact that we don't support him and all that. Meanwhile, other people feel that Ghanaians have great support.
Came out, the phones we were using were infrared phones. Xperia and then Nokia and all those things.
Anyway, tell us about Countdown.
So the Countdown is on this Friday on 97.3 City FM with Jessica. You have to know which songs are trending in Ghana. You know, the ones that are on top. Now we have social media, so I think social media is pushing some of them. We're not in those
Back
days
in
when
the days,
Sarkodie
infrared
started,
and Bluetooth days.
when he had the likes of Duncan pushing him.
Yeah.
And so tune in to Olele Salvador on Countdown
Saturday.
on Saturday as well, as it brings to the TV version.